Scarf is an incredible indie game developed by Uprising Studios. Yeah, there's a few behind it. Anyway, throughout the game you have one ally, a scarf, that actually looks like a Komodo dragon when it's not around your neck. The visuals are absolutely stunning, especially on PS5, and the story subtly subsides in small narratives told by, well, a narrator.
To nomads, darkness gave rebels their shield.
Your goal, which I wasn't completely sure of until I read the description in the store, is to trap souls that have created their own rebellious worlds. As you enter each of those 3D worlds, you discover new puzzles and lore in this unique third-person platformer. First things first, the environments are absolutely immaculate. From the sun beating down on the dry desert to the shadows of buildings and trees, they each have features that really stand out. We'll just talk about them one by one. Sorry backups. Don't worry though, I'm not going to spoil the entirety of each level. The first of 3 is a giant ocean-filled map with brown grass and a few islands, along with bright, beautiful fall trees and a spectacular body of water throughout. The ocean is absolutely perfect when it comes to reflection and clarity as well, with the sun glistening off the top and the way it surrounds you when you're underneath it makes you feel immersed in the environment. Yes, you can go under the water as long as you're carrying one of these things. Next up we have an immaculate desert with wind that blows sand around that makes waves like at the beach. It actually looks hot and dry, as a desert should, as well as my favorite part of it all, the planets in the sky. They are extremely large and very beautiful. Along with that, they are perfectly colored to show off the beauty of the rest of the game. One being a vibrant orange-red color and the other a subtle sky blue. This area also has gigantic valleys with rushing winds to push you along with your glider. We'll talk more about that later though, as well as floating stones and massive rocks to navigate across. The last of these incredible levels is a big lush forest type area, filled with giant green trees and bright green bushes. Each level is also full of puzzles, simple but also complex as you progress further. Some are just basic, match the picture type puzzles, while others are much more complicated and layered. While yes, each task can be considered fairly easy, it doesn't stop them from being multiple layered. The other puzzles are usually some sort of fix the object types, almost all of which you have to collect 4 to 6 pieces of string, I guess, I think that's what they are, to complete a structure, and they give you the path forward. On top of all that, there are massive brick buildings throughout the 3 levels that cast perfect shadows as well as a sun for precise glares on water and other reflective surfaces. It really makes you feel like the world is alive, especially with all the bugs and animals running around. And we can't forget the beautiful birds chirping the entire game. Wow, I talked about the world for a bit there. If you're still here, I really appreciate you. Anyway, let's talk about the abilities for now. First, I have to explain the whole dragon scarf thing without spoiling the story. Basically, you spawn in at a central hub type area which was designed by your scarf's mother. Yeah, that sounds just as weird saying it out loud. Anyway, the mother creates you, the hero, to find and eliminate all of the rebellion. I'm not going to go much more into detail there because the story is extremely emotion driven, and I really don't want to ruin it for y'all if you decide to play it. The baby, dragon, scarf, is given to your character to assist you in stopping the rebellious foes. You get a few different abilities as you go. Just a heads up, all of these are in the trailer, so I won't be spoiling anything here either. The first of many that you receive is a basic double jump, but it is fairly cool looking being that it's designed as dragon wings, which is also kinda ironic since the Komodo dragon doesn't actually have wings. The next is a swing type function that lets you hook onto those lantern looking things. I'm sorry, I don't really know what else to call them. And the third ability you get is a slingshot. I don't mean you get a handy slingshot, I mean your scarf turns into a slingshot for you. Yes, you. This ability I feel was really underused, especially on the 3rd level, but it's okay. The last one is a glider that is extremely satisfying to use, particularly on the desert level I mentioned earlier, with the gusts of wind that push you along. You can catch a wave and fly a far distance with it, which I really enjoyed. Hey guys, Editing Stanley here. I just want to start by saying I do agree with everything I said in the original review. But when going back to get the platinum, I encountered a huge bug. It literally broke the game. I was on the desert level, and I went back, as in backwards in the map, and as soon as I went to swing, I just fell through the map, and I just continued to fall. Every time I loaded up my save, I continued to fall. I closed the game, I re-downloaded my save from the cloud, and it continued to happen. There is a few other slight things I noticed, like there's instances where the glimmer that the dragon gives off actually stays there even when he's not there, or she, I don't really know there. Other than that though, that's basically my only other issue. Back to the review. Next up, I'd like to talk about the collectibles. There are quite a few. Not on an Uncharted level or anything, but still quite a few. The first category is threads, which these are the main goal of the game. Collect them to piece your scarf's mom back together, and they're also necessary to complete the levels. Next up we have inks. These control the second ending. Collect them all to experience the freedom ending. That's all I'm gonna say there though. Third we have toys, and yes I mean literal toys. They're hidden about the various levels, and there are 13 total. 3 on the first level, and 5 on the following 2 levels. And finally we have the paintings, which seem to show off some of the rebels' experiences. Every now and again you have to feed your dragon, show it attention, and even play hide and seek with it. I'm not exactly sure what you're feeding the dragon, but they basically look like little balls of light, and they replenish its beautiful red color. The art throughout each level shows snippets of the mother dragon's life. I don't necessarily understand the entire story yet because I haven't got the second ending yet, but I do want to show off some of this amazing artwork. Overall, I definitely recommend picking it up. It has a very easy platinum, and the story's second ending is really interesting. I'll save that for the after the plat though. The narrative isn't really unique in style, but the story being told is. And the music is very well placed. Taking pointers from walking simulators, it sets the calm tone of the game. I hope you enjoyed the review, and for more news, reviews, or whatever we choose, stay tuned to Nerdsfeed.